Yes, indeed. It is Yogi Berra Stadium. And it's not Yogi Berra. No. The elderly couple that was walking past Yogi Berra here in the stadium as he was signing autographs. Yogi Berra, in case you don't know, played baseball for many years with the New York Yankees and well-known baseball player, Hall of Famer. And, the couple walks past and the lady says, who's that? Who's that guy? And the guy looks over at her and says, oh, that's the guy who used to play Yogi Berra on TV.
So after losing 2 out of 3 in Elmira to open the second half of the season, the Rox rolled into New Jersey to play the powerful Jackals, who had already cemented a spot in the playoffs by winning the first half division title. Now, it would only make sense that they would be awarded a first-round bye in the playoffs by winning both halves, right? But the Northern League was not about to sacrifice the potential revenue of playoff games for the integrity of the game. So it didn't matter what New Jersey did in the second half at all. Nevertheless, Jackals manager George Samus somehow kept his team motivated and kept them winning. The Jackals' strong pitching staff was backed by a murderer's row type of lineup that was averaging more than 6 runs per game. I mean, they were stronger than some AAA teams that I had seen. They were that good. And they were a nightmare for opposing pitchers.
Boy, Marcusano, probably flashing back to, was it May 30th? 2 2/3 innings, gave up 11 hits to New Jersey, tagged with 6 earned runs. He's pitched well ever since that game, but wow, Jersey jumping on him here in the second inning. Can't afford a walk here, 3-1 pitch. Off the plate, that's what it is. It's ball 4, and Kennedy picks up an RBI the easy way. He walks in a run. It is now 6-1. Breaking ball from Marcusano, misses off the plate, and Marcusano holds his arms out as if to say, what do I have to throw up there? He is barking at the home plate umpire, Brad Hungerford. Payoff pitch. Misses down low. He walks in another run, and Marcusano's walking towards the dugout. He is ready to come out of this game. Very frustrated. And it's now 7-1, and that is it for Mike Marcusano. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Cosby. Swung on, driven into right center field. That one is going to be trouble. Rich with a diving catch. Billy Rich robs Cosby of extra bases, probably saves 3 runs. Billy Rich with a sensational diving catch, a full extension. They don't come any better than that. Yeah, I don't know if Billy Rich holds a grudge against the Rox for passing on him in that tryout camp, but holy moly. I think the Rox are wishing that they hadn't. The 1-0 offering from the right-hander, Hummer. Kicks and delivers. Rosario crushes that one to right field, and the yard is not big enough to hold that one. Home run, Mel Rosario. The massive blast over the right field wall has tied this ball game. What a ball game. Castle comes set. 1-2 pitch on the way. Swung on, ground ball, second base. Carlos Rosario, diving stop, throw to first base, and he throws it into the dugout. That is Carlos this season. 2-run score, and it is 10-8. Carlos Rosario made a sensational diving stop. He looked at second base, saw he had no play there at second base, and instead of just eating the ball and allowing a run to score, he did what he has done so often this season. He threw it away. Threw it over the head of Trevor Hall. When you throw it that high, you really unloaded one. And it wound up in the Rox dugout. Davis at first base, pretty good speed. Rox trailing by 2. There's a ground ball with Davis taking off. Backhanded by the shortstop Turney. His only play will be to first, but it is in time. Throw to third base, and that's in time too. Oh my goodness. At first base, it looked like Darryl Nicholas had cleanly beat the throw to first. Oh my goodness, how could they miss that? And then Davis tried to take third base, and he was thrown out. Maybe in more ways than one. He is running back to talk to the third base umpire. And there's an argument going on over at third base between Davis and the third base ump. Ed Notto is furious over at first base. He is screaming at the first base umpire. Holy smokes! That was just an awful call. I don't say that very often. And it's one thing to get beaten into submission by the Jackals who swing the bats well. It's another thing to get beaten by some bad calls on the field by the umpire.
New Jersey had worn out Brockton pitching so badly that pitching coach Rich Sever, former big league pitcher, told me he was ready to come out of retirement and pitch himself for the Rox. He was serious. Manager Ed Notto didn't take Rich seriously. Ed told me that he had made an offer to New Jersey to trade Carlos Rosario for Billy Rich. New Jersey didn't take Ed seriously. And why should they? Why would they mess with their own winning chemistry? The Rox had their chance to sign Billy Rich, and they had blown it. Ed should have been focused on the Rox chemistry because all indications were that he was sitting on a powder keg. 4 losses in 5 games. Tempers were boiling over. The hot, humid, sticky conditions in New Jersey didn't help. The hotel conditions certainly didn't help. On our first visit there, the carpet in my room had smelled like urine. No urine this time. It smelled like glue, as the lovely brown wallpaper had recently been applied. And the carpet this time had some suspicious brown stains on it. Fortunately, I found a nice little diner within walking distance. After the second game, I ate there and saw the professional wrestler Raven also there. I didn't want to bother him while he was eating, so I left him alone. But in retrospect, I wish I would have invited him to cheer on the Rox the next night. They could have used his particular skill set during the ugly affair at Yogi Berra.
That pitch soared right over the head of Davis, and actually it caught a piece of his helmet. Davis glaring out at the mound. Myers has had very good command in this ballgame, and that's probably what Davis is thinking. Good grief, the guy's been throwing the ball over the plate all night, and all of a sudden he throws one right at my head. Here's the 2-2 pitch now from Allen. Swing and a miss, and Bailey down on strikes for the second time in the ballgame as Allen keeps rolling along. The Rox and Jackals are in a pitching duel. There's an unfamiliar term when these two teams hook up. Here's the Rochfords ready. So no pitching change with 2 outs here in the 7th. They're going to stay with Allen. Bit of a surprise. Allen has walked 2 batters this inning. Has given up 2 hits. Kicks and delivers. That pitch is grounded towards the hole on the right side into right field. Graham comes up with the ball. Here comes the throw to the plate. It is not in time. And Rosario turns around, forgetting about the base runner, and the benches are going to empty. Rosario asking Bailey why he tried to barrel him over. And both benches now have come out, and out comes George Samus and pushes Mel Rosario away. Well, the benches have emptied. No punches have been thrown except George Samus laid his hands on Mel Rosario. Mel Rosario took the throw at the plate. Travis Bailey scored and then gave Mel Rosario a shove as he came across. Now the teams are all retreating back to the dugouts. Bustos hits the drive to center field. Rich giving chase. Long run. Diving catch by Billy Rich. He does it again. Billy Rich had to leave his feet. That was almost, I thought he took off. I thought it was a flight leaving New Jersey. Billy Rich with a full extension, his second highlight reel catch of this series. Oh my. Saul Bustos looked like he was headed for at least 2, maybe 3, and all he gets is a fly out to center field for out number 2. Mel Rosario hits a tapper back to the mound, loved by Myers. This will do it. And Mel Rosario takes a cheap shot at the first baseman, and he is getting pummeled now. Trevor Hall, both benches have emptied, and punches being thrown all over the place. This is ugly. Mel Rosario delivered a cheap shot to the first baseman, and the brawl is on. Punches being thrown all over the field now, and it looks like finally order has been restored. Mel Rosario threw a cheap shot at the first baseman, Callahan, and that was embarrassing for the Rox. I tell you what, he paid the price because Aaron Myers, the pitcher, came off of the mound and just absolutely clobbered Rosario. Well, some more punches are being thrown, a wrestling match going on. They're still trying to separate guys down there. I can't tell who is at the bottom of the pile, but there is still some guys scrapping down there. The umpire's just standing around. They're kind of worthless right now. Well, now the two teams have been separated, and they still have a ball game to play tomorrow afternoon. This should be interesting.
Be sure to click the subscribe button to follow my wild and wacky journey with the Brockton Rox, because more episodes are on the way. Thanks for watching.